What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLight88 coming at you with another video, and in this video guys I got a character breakdown for you, this time featuring Adam Park, the Black Ninja Ranger. Similar to my other character breakdowns, we're going to be running through the move list, doing some combos, and then I'm going to talk about a game plan for Ninja Adam. So let's go ahead and get started. Before we get started with today's video, if you guys like what you see here, please consider checking out my other social media links. You can follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/ParkerLight88. You can check me out on Twitter. And if you want to do just a little bit more to support me, please consider checking out my Patreon at www.patreon.com/ParkerLad88. You are by no means obligated to, but in addition to supporting me and my channel, you are also helping me to bring you guys better content in the form of higher quality videos and higher quality streams. But with all that being said, links will be in the description. Let's go ahead and start talking about Ninja Adam. So the first thing I want to talk about with Ninja Adam is the fact that Ninja Adam is small. Proportionally, he is the smallest character in the game. With that come its own series of advantages and disadvantages. One of the disadvantages being that as a small character, you would expect him to have low health, and he does. I think he has some of the lowest health, if not the lowest health, in the game so far. However, one of the advantages that come with this is because of his small stature and the way that his dash works, he can actually use his dash to low profile some high base attacks. One situation is like with Eric here, because his gunshots here are highs. With the well-timed dash at this range, if you have a good read on your opponent, you can use that opportunity to just dash in there, duck under some bullets, and hit him with a low attack. So, pretty neat stuff. Let's go ahead and start talking about the rest of Adam's mobility. As you guys would imagine, as a smaller character, he is a faster moving character. He's not the fastest character, like I wouldn't put him up there with like Shadow Ranger Chun and Lauren, but he actually is still pretty fast, as you can see. I think the wave dash is the most effective way to move about the screen with him, and in combination with assist, he can definitely close that gap pretty quickly and actually get in some hits on your opponent, which I think is pretty cool. Now, in addition to this, he also has his run, which we'll talk about a little bit later in his special moves, but that in combination with his wall jumps and his leaps, as you guys can see there, he actually does have some varied mobility options. So, pretty good mobility for Ninja Adam. Moving into normal based attacks, we have Standing Light, Crouching Light, Standing Medium, Crouching Medium, Standing Heavy, and we have Crouching Heavy, which is his launcher. Now let's talk about these moves a little bit. The first thing I want to talk about is Standing Light. So when I saw this move for the first time, I was like, what is this move supposed to do? This move is so stubby. But this move actually does have one very interesting property associated with it. So if we have Eric block for us, as you can see, it's a standing low. Adam is the only character in the game that actually has a standing low. When you're going for like low overhead mix-ups, this can be pretty tricky. Now, the main normal that I do want to talk about is actually going to be Standing Heavy. Standing Heavy, I think, is far and away Adam's best normal on the ground. It hits from about the neutral starting position, which is really good for hit confirms. It moves you forward, it hits twice, and as I always say, any move that hits multiple times and moves you forward is a good move because it has extended range, and it's a lot more recognizable for hit confirms or for making yourself safe, going for mix, all kind of manner of things like that. So this button, I think, is far and away Adam's best button, but it's actually a really good button for another reason that I'll talk about right now. The fact that if this move connects, it is still special cancelable. This is a really big deal because one of my general rules in Power Rangers is that by time you hit your second button, your opponent is going to probably push block you, right? You have about 2 buttons to figure out what you want to do, because by that point, if you're playing against somebody who kind of knows what they're doing, they're probably going to push block you at that point. This can be really dangerous if you are kind of committed to a block string. So for instance, let's turn this off for a second. So let's say I'm just doing all this, right? This is kind of like a habit people can get into. And if your opponent push blocks you at the right time, you'll whiff a button, you can't cancel anything, your opponent will run in and they'll try and punish you with something. But with Ninja Adam, he actually fights very well against push blocking because not only does this hit multiple times, but if his heavy connects, so if you do a string like, crouching, medium, into standing heavy, if this connects, it is special cancelable. So you can just run back in there. So let me see if I can actually demonstrate this. So as long as I get for standing heavy, as you can see, I can special cancel it. So he fights very well against push blocking, which makes this move really, really good. So if you ever have an opportunity to fish with this move, you definitely should, because it works, it's special cancelable, you can go back in there, you can make yourself safe if you want to, like all kind of manner of things like that. So standing heavy, very, very good. Now, crouching medium is also a decent button as well. It's not the best, but it's still pretty decent. It has decent range for a mid-range button. It does advancing forward, and it does go into his standing heavy, which once again is special cancelable. Now, to my knowledge, on the ground, Ninja Adam doesn't have any other command normals. One thing I mentioned before, launcher. It does have a second part, so if you press the heavy attack again, he will finish the launcher, and then you can do assorted things from there. Let's go ahead and move into aerial normal. So we have air light here, basic air-to-air button. We have air medium here. This is going to be your main jump in, and then we have air heavy. This is going to be his cross-up. It's not a bad cross-up. It's okay. It is serviceable. Now, Ninja Adam does have one command normal in the air that not a lot of people use right now, and that is going to be his elbow drop. This does have some mild cross-up opportunities, as you can see here, and it does completely stop his momentum. So you could use this opportunity in order to kind of like harass your opponent with this, just because you can do it so low to the ground. So I think we need to experiment with that one a little bit more, but I think it's still a very interesting move. So normals across the board, pretty good for Ninja Adam. All right, let's go ahead and move into Ninja Adam's throw. So we have forward throw here, and then we also have back throw. Now Ninja Adam can actually combo from both of these. Back throw is easier to combo from than forward throw. I can really consistently combo from forward throw in the corner. But there you go. Those are going to be your combo starters from forward throw and back throw. All right, moving into EX here. Now, I have not been able to get a consistent combo from this throw. I want to believe that you can combo into chicken feet, which we'll talk about a little bit later. You can also do snapback from it, but you can always just call an assist as well and let your assist take it from there. Very, very cool looking EX. Now, we have Super. Now, we're actually not going to talk about Super in this video. I'm actually going to be doing this tutorial in two parts. The first part, I'm going to go over everything outside of Super, and then I'll make another video where we actually specifically talk about Super. Because if you are not aware, Ninja Adam Super is kind of broken. I don't mean broken in that it's really, really good, even though it is really, really good. I mean it's literally broken. Like it drops frames, you can, glitch the game out kind of stuff. So I want to wait for them to address Ninja Adam's Super and fix like all of its bugs and kinks and stuff like that before I start talking about it. And we'll come back to it, but that is Ninja Adam's Super. Let's start talking about Ninja Adam's special moves, and of course we're going to start with neutral special. So if you press the neutral special button, he will jump straight up in the air, as you can see here, but he does have a number of follow-ups that he can do from this. So depending on which button you press, he will chuck shuriken in a variety of directions. Light will chuck it at his feet, medium will chuck it at the opponent's feet, and then heavy will chuck it across the screen. Now, you can delay this to get some extra height, and depending on how you want to mix this up in combination with Zoni Assist, this actually does give Ninja Adam some decent screen control. It does have good projectile durability, as you can see right there, and then at certain ranges, you can actually get combos from it as well. Let's talk about one of Ninja Adam's most important special moves, and that is going to be his run. So if you do forward special or back special, you will see he will go into this run state. Now, he will go into this state for a while before he will come to a stop if you don't do anything, but naturally he does have a number of follow-ups that he can do out of this run. Let's talk about the options that he can do out of his forward run first. So if you do the light attack option out of his forward run, you will get this elbow charge that you can see right here. Outside of combos, I really don't find myself using this that much. You can jump up afterwards, similar to a launcher, and go for combos, but outside of combo filler, I don't see myself using it all that much. Let's talk about another option, and that's going to be the medium attack option. So if you do the medium attack option out of forward run, you will get this slide. Now, even though this slide is unsafe, this slide is actually a good move for a number of reasons. Not only is it fast on startup, not only does it have good range, but you can also use it to low profile things, and it's actually a really good hit confirm from a number of things. So if you have a good read on your opponent and they're just chucking blast, you can actually go under them right before they're chucking highs. Just like that. It's not something you can really do on reaction per se, but you have to have a good read on your opponent. It's actually a pretty good fitsy tool from about here if your opponent's kind of sleeping. You can also combine it with assists as well in order to keep yourself safe, so do keep that in mind. And it's also a good hit confirm from things like Shuriken. So yeah, the slide is definitely good. Alright, let's talk about the heavy attack option, and that is going to be Chicken Feet. So if you run forward and do the heavy attack option, you will get Chicken Feet. Chicken Feed actually is an overhead, so your opponent does have to block high in order to block this move. You can combine this with your standing low in order to go for high-low mix-ups, so do keep that in mind. This is also going to be one of Ninja Adam's OTGs. So for example, a simple combo, off a hard knockdown, you can do Chicken Feet and you can go for full combo from there. So yeah, that is Chicken Feet. Let's go over the options out of his back run. So the first option I want to talk about is going to be his super jump. So if you press the light attack option out of his back run, he will do this leap where he goes to the complete other side of the screen. I only really use this move in order to kind of, get some extra mobility, kind of throw off some, do some extra mobility with Ninja Adam. But one thing it actually is good for is for your block string. So let's say you're in a block string, you do 2 hits, right? Or you connect with this if your opponent push blocks you, or you want to get some extra space, just run them out of there, and bam, you're back in full screen. You can chuck some shuriken, do any number of things like that. So that is the super jump. Let's talk about the next option. That is going to be Flycatcher. So if you do the back run with meme attack, he will do Flycatcher. He will chuck several shuriken at the top angle of the screen. This actually has pretty good coverage. And you can actually combo out of this as well. As you can see, just like that. You just have to be aware, and with the right timing, you can teleport, and you can actually get combos from it as well. That's something I still need to actually practice a little bit. Another added property of Flycatcher is the fact that you can actually whiff cancel into teleport with this. This makes his mix-up game kind of a little unfair if you're not paying attention, but it is something to note. It can be pretty tricky on incoming. It can be pretty tricky if your opponent is not paying attention, but it's not completely free. But in combination with assist, you can see it can be pretty tricky. Alright, let's talk about the last option. That's going to be the teleport punch. If you do the back run and you press heavy, you will get the teleport punch. He'll pop out from one side of the screen and come in on the other. This can be pretty tricky for some left-right mix-up opportunities. So let's say I do the back run, my circular comes in, switch over, and I can actually go for a left-right mix-up. So do keep in mind, you actually can use it for that. Now, as far as this being an anti-zoning tool, it does seem like it's pretty easy for you to get around stuff, but here's kind of the caveat of this move. You have to have a good read on your opponent in order to actually use this move effectively. You can't really do it on reaction because it has startup, so if I can get Eric to help me out here. As you can see, you can get shot out of the startup of it. So you have to have really specific timing for that. It's not always reliable, so it's probably better suited for characters who actually have slower startup on their projectile. Somebody like Udana here. So if she is chucking ice balls kind of like this, it's probably better suited for that, because basically on reaction, you can see her do it, and before she has a chance to recover, you can hit her with the teleport punch. So that's a much better option, so make sure you guys are paying attention to that. And that will pretty much cover every option that Ninja Adam has out of his run, barring one more thing which we need to talk about, and that is going to be the fact that he can cancel his run. So, whether you do back run or forward run, if you press the special button again, he can cancel his run. This is actually really important for Ninja Adam's pressure because you can start doing things like this. You can actually start doing things like that. Now, we'll cover that a little bit more towards when we actually get into the game plan stuff, but once again, very important for Ninja Adam's pressure. So make sure you're getting used to canceling out of his back run and his forward run, and mixing that up with his other options just to keep your opponent on their toes. Alright, let's move on into Air Special. Now, if you are in the air and you press the special button, you will see that you will get this bomb. Now, this bomb does have the ability to cross up if you actually throw it at the right ranges. This is actually a pretty good counter-zoning tool as well, but once again, you have to have a good read on your opponent. So on reaction, if you see your opponent throw a projectile, you can jump over them and you can punish them with the bomb, as you can see right there. Now, against a faster opponent who has more linear projectiles, it's also pretty good against options like these as well. Once again, if you have a good read on your opponent, You can hit them, you can jump over them, hit them with the bomb, and then go and proceed to combo out from there. So that's going to do it for the bomb. Now, let's talk about one of Ninja Adam's more unique special moves. It's not a traditional special move because you don't do it with the special button, but I would classify it as a special move, and that is going to be his teleport.
Over here.
Now, the way Adam's teleport works is if you press the medium or heavy attack option on what the game describes as a target combo, if you press the medium attack option, you'll teleport straight behind your opponent on the ground, and if you press the heavy attack option, you will teleport into the sky, into the air behind your opponent. But the way the game describes how this works isn't exactly accurate. The game describes you having to do this after a target combo. Now, a target combo is basically pressing a preset of buttons that will give you a unique combo. This is you see this a lot in like Street Fighter. You see characters who do like, you know, medium punch into down forward, medium or heavy punch or something like that, and they'll get like a specialized combo. Adam's stuff doesn't really work that way. So when I thought about target combos, I thought it meant auto combos. And that definitely does work. You can actually get this, you know, off of pretty much all of his auto combos. So you definitely have that option, but you actually can get it from a couple other options that the game doesn't tell you about, you know, as well. So for instance, if you do his shoulder charge, you can get it from that. If you do the slide, you can get it from that as well. You can get it from Flycatcher. And on top of that, the game describes you as actually having to hit the combo, but with Flycatcher, you actually don't have to do that. You can literally just whiff it and go for the teleport, which, you know, as I showed you, you know, with Flycatcher, it makes it very, 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 very tricky. But yeah, that is how Ninja Adam's teleport works. Alright, let's go ahead and start talking about Ninja Adam's assist. So Ninja Adam's assist is basically just going to be his bomb. Similar to Anubis Doggy Kruger, no matter where you are on the screen, he will home to you and he will drop his bomb. And in that same fashion, you can use this assist in the same way that you would use Anubis Doggy Kruger's assist as well. Where you can come in and you can actually press a button. Something like that, so definitely keep that in mind. But he does have another property to his assist that he actually gets in Ninjetti mode. So, if he's in Ninjetti mode and you tag him out, his assist becomes this thing where he just basically just runs you over and puts you into a stagger state. This does, you know, cause him to cross up, so you can use that for some left-right mix-up opportunities. So, little hint about Ninjetti mode, but once again, we'll cover Ninjetti mode in a separate tutorial video once they actually fix Ninjetti mode. Alright, so now we've got all that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and start moving into Ninja Adam combos. Now, one thing I do want to make a note of is, when I actually start doing the number notation for these combos, I will be referring to his teleports as M teleport and H teleport. And if you guys have watched, you know, the part of the special moves where I go over his teleports, you'll understand that. But just so you know, that's how I'll be referring to it. So let's go ahead and move into our first combo. This is actually going to be an easy combo. I haven't done an easy combo in a really long time, but this was just, you know, as the name would imply, easy to figure out when I just first started learning how Ninja Adam works.
Over here. Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
So as you can see, that's a pretty easy combo for almost Half-Life. Let's go ahead and talk about it. It's pretty straightforward. You're going to start with any jump, and you can start with medium, you can start with heavy. As you saw, I actually did heavy there. So heavy, you're going to go into your medium auto combo. Pretty simple. You're going to go for your medium teleport afterwards. So basically, you're going to tap the medium attack button 3 times. 1, 2, 3 in order to get the teleport. Then you will do it again. 1, 2, 3 in order to go back over to the other side. Now, after you do the second teleport after the hard knockdown, so here's where we are. We're 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, after you get that hard knockdown, you'll want to do forward special into the heavy attack option. Once you land, you'll have plenty of time to go for a crouching medium, standing heavy, and you let both hits hit, slight delay, and then you go for your EX. So you should have something that looks a little like this.
Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
Pretty simple stuff. Alright, now let's start getting into the more advanced combos. So per tradition, now I'll be doing the full completed combo with number notation for those of you who are more advanced in the game. If you just want to see what the combo looks like and you want the inputs for it, that'll be for you. But if you enjoy my breakdown of the combos piece by piece and what parts you want to practice, then I'll be doing that as well. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
Over here! Shall we dance? Follow my lead! Here's the finale!
Victory is fun!
Alright, let's start breaking down this combo. So the first thing you're going to want to do is anything that goes into your slide, right? It's going to be forward special into the medium attack option. Now, I find that in order to lead up to that, I like getting the extra hits done from the crouching heavy. So pretty much you go standing heavy into crouching heavy. I find that gives me more hits done because if I do multiple hits, so like a combo like this, I find that sometimes when I just do standing heavy into slide, the hit stun decay will make it so the slide won't connect. So I like to make sure to slip in that crouching heavy that gives me the hit stun I need in order to go for the slide. So we can start this off one of a couple ways. We can go standing medium, crouching medium, standing heavy, crouching heavy, forward special, medium attack option for the slide. Or, you know, more practically, you can also do crouching light, crouching medium, standing heavy, crouching heavy, forward special slide in that way. The first thing that I will tell you to practice with Ninja Adam are a couple things. Number one, get used to how quickly you can do options out of his run, because if you wait too long, the hit stun decay will kick in with those first couple of hits, and it won't combo. So first thing, make sure you're getting used to how fast you can actually do Ninja Adam's assorted options out of his run. This will be a common theme in his combos moving forward. The second thing I would tell you to practice is to get used to how soon that you can do actions out of his teleport. This is really important timing that you guys want to get down progressing in combos from here forward. So what you'll want to do for this part is you'll want to do slide, and then after you do slide, you'll press medium again, and then try and slip in a button. In this case, it's going to be your crouching medium. A hint for this is that Ninja Adam can actually act pretty quickly out of his teleports. It's not instantaneous, but it is pretty quick. So make sure you guys are keeping that in mind. So we'll get a couple loops of that. So we'll do two slides, right? So after slide, we'll do crouching medium, standing heavy. Just like that. Now, in this situation, we only want the first hit of our standing heavy to hit before we cancel that into our slide once again, because if you let both hits hit, they'll be too high. So this part will look like this. Just like that. Now, after you do the second teleport after that second slide, we'll actually do a crouching light instead. Because the thing of it is, if you try to do another crouching medium, like it won't like launch them as high as like, you know, from the ground. So because crouching medium is a slower button, we won't be able to slip that in. So instead, we'll do crouching light, we'll go into standing medium, into both hits of your standing heavy. We will then do run, forward. So we'll do forward special, special. We'll cancel it. So you'll get something that kind of looks like this. Like that, right? And we'll do run, run, cancel. So the next thing I would tell you guys to practice is to get used to those run cancels. Get used to throwing out a button. You can actually do like standing heavy. It's easy because you actually have the two hits confirmed, so you can actually get ready to press it. Like that, and then maybe try and transition to doing one button. Because you'll have to get used to this for his combos proceeding forward. So once again, after that second teleport, you'll do the crouching light, standing medium first, or both hits of standing heavy, run, run, cancel. Now, after you do the cancel, you will then do standing medium, only one hit of the standing heavy, run, run, cancel again. You will then do crouching light, standing medium, standing heavy, forward special, into the elbow charge. So that part should look like this. Now, What you will want to do after that, and once again, this is one of those situations where after the run, you want to make sure you know like how quick you can do actions out of this run, because if you delay it too much after that one hit of the standing heavy, it will not end up comboing. You'll end up dropping that combo. So at this point, let's go ahead and rewind and just work on what we got so far. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. So this next part will actually get a little bit easier, because basically what we do is we will do elbow charge, then we'll do staggered air light medium into air light medium special. After that, we'll have enough time to back up a little bit, and we'll go for another crouching light, and then we'll go medium auto combo for this stagger state. This is actually very important for the combo structure, because the thing of it is, at this particular point, when we actually do the bomb for the reverse launch into the crouching light, that will have been our third crouching light. That's why when we do the first slide, we start with the crouching medium, because if we do the crouching light there, by the time we actually need that crouching light for after the bomb, the opponent will flip out of the combo. So just a little note for you right there. Now, after you do the medium auto combo, you will then press the heavy attack option. So like the easy combo, you know how you go 1, 2, 3 for the teleport? But in this case, we're actually doing the heavy teleport. So we go 1, 2, 3. Now, there is a slight delay before you actually press the heavy button on the way down. The reason why that is because if you do it too soon, when you hit the ground, the opponent will recover and the rest of the combo will not combo. So you do a slight delay, just like that, and then you should be able to combo into medium auto combo once again. Just like that. Now, after you do this part, you will do the medium auto combo once again, as you saw me do. You will then teleport over to the other side, and then you will do forward special into chicken feet. Now, this is where the next part of the combo is a little bit tricky, because the timing when you do crouching medium, first hit of standing heavy into forward run into the elbow charge, when you do the heavy into the forward run into elbow charge, that timing is very, very tight. So you have to make sure that you're doing it pretty quick. You have to make sure you're doing it pretty quick. You will know that it won't combo because the opponent will end up dropping. So the next thing you want to practice is just doing this. And you don't even have to do that part of the combo. You can really just do it straight from chicken feet. And that's the next part you want to practice. Now, after you do the elbow charge, you'll press the medium attack option to get that teleport. And you'll have enough time afterwards to recover, and you'll be able to get the first hit of standing heavy once again, and then you will go into your EX. So let's go ahead and review once again the parts that you will need to practice. So the first thing that you will want to practice is just getting used to how quick you can do Ninja Adam's options out of his teleport. That's the first step. The next thing, out of his run. The next thing is getting used to how quick you can do actions out of his teleport. So the first part you're going to want to do is practice doing slide, teleport, and a crouching medium. Once again, he cannot act instantaneously, but it is still pretty quick. The next thing you'll want to practice is the run cancels. So making sure you're pressing a button, run cancel. That's the next part of the combo that you will want to practice, since you'll have to do that several times in the combo. The next part you'll want to practice after you're used to the run cancel part of the combo is you'll want to practice doing your medium auto combo into the heavy teleport, waiting a little bit, and getting that heavy to drop down and making sure it combos.
Over here.
Just like that. And then of course the last part you'll want to practice is doing chicken feet into crouching medium, standing heavy, and then making sure with precision and speed that you go from the standing heavy into the forward run into the elbow charge. You will teleport once again, and then you will go for that heavy attack option.
Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
So, just like before, if you've done everything correctly, you should have something that looks a little like this.
Over here. Shall we dance?
Obviously, I missed a hit in there, but you guys get the point. That's the part that you want to make sure that you're practicing. Now, you can get all of these same combos from anything that converts into slide. So if you do Shuriken, you can get this combo. If you do Throw in the Corner, you can get this combo. If you do Raw Slide, you can get this combo. And if you do Flycatcher, which goes into Slide, you can get this combo. Now, for Flycatcher Throw and like a Shuriken confirm into Slide, there is one difference. So, if I'm just doing a regular confirm, they're on the ground, and when I go for that slide, it launches them higher, which allows me to get that crouching medium in so I can do multiple loops. This is the same case with Raw Slide. Now, with the other options, Flycatcher, Forward Throw, and Shuriken, they're already airborne, so you can only get one slide before you actually have to start doing the run cancel stuff, so do keep that in mind. So just as an example, from Flycatcher, this is what those other options should look like.
Gotcha. Slipstream over here. Out of the way. Pushing for you. Out of sight. Over here. Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
And that's what you guys should have. So the next combo I'll be showing you guys is how to combo off of anything that basically comes from chicken feet. So let's go ahead and get started with that.
Shall we dance? Follow my lead. Here's the finale.
So you should be able to get this combo from anything that leads into chicken feet. So whether you choose to do raw chicken feet, whether you do teleport punch into chicken feet, or back throw into chicken feet, you should be able to get this combo. Similar to the slide combo, if you are confirming from Flycatcher, Shuriken, or Throw in the Corner, because you are already off the ground, you will only be able to do one rep of a slide before you have to start doing the run cancel stuff. So do keep that part in mind. So there are really only two parts of this that you really want to practice. The first part that you're going to want to practice is just making sure that after chicken feet, you can get that crouching medium first hit of your standing heavy into your slide, into the teleport. From there, it's going to be the run cancel stuff. So crouching light, standing medium, you're going to let both hits of your standing heavy hit, run cancel, medium, first hit of standing heavy, run cancel, crouching light, standing medium, first hit of standing heavy, into run into the elbow charge. Then you will do the staircase combo. And here is where things change in the next part you will want to practice. Now, in the last combo, in the combo that you just saw me do, after I did the medium auto combo and then I teleported, I went for the air teleport. We're going to stick with the grounded teleport on this, and I will tell you why. So, I have been practicing this combo quite a bit, and the extra hit that I get from the standing heavy will increase my hit stun decay, so the follow-ups for this have been inconsistent, so I found that if I just do medium auto combo and then do the medium teleport on the ground afterwards, the grounded teleport, it makes this part much easier. And the next part you will do is standing medium, crouching medium. You will let both hits of your standing heavy hit, you will do crouching heavy, then as quick as you can, like as quick as you can, you will do the crouching heavy into the shoulder charge. Now, in order to practice part, in order to set up practicing this part so you can get it, just do medium auto combo, do the teleport, and then do the hits. That's the part that you will want to practice, right? If that part doesn't connect, you're doing it too slow, and you have to do it fast just, to account for the hit stun decay.
Shall we dance?
And then it ends just like normal.
Here's the finale.
So once again, if you're able to do everything, it should look a little something like this.
Be right back. Slipstream over here. Out of the way. Ready for you. Out of over here. Shall we dance? Follow my lead.
I found that this is much more
Here's the
consistent.
finale.
You do sacrifice a little bit of damage, but what is a little bit of damage when it means you can actually hit the whole combo? Alright, so that'll do it for all of the combos that I'll be showing you in this video today. Let's go ahead and move into Ninja Adam's game plan. And if you haven't figured it out by now, it's going to be predominantly, at least I think, mastery over his run cancels. If you can master Adam's run cancels, this will definitely help out your pressure game quite a bit. And not just his forward run cancels, his back run cancels as well. Mixing this up with your assortment of options, such as your chicken feed, your slide with assist, doing this number in order to actually have more mobility, mixing that up with your run cancels is really going to throw off your opponent with Ninja Adam. And that is what you want to practice. And in order to practice this, I'd recommend you doing 2 buttons, because I always say that you need to throw out, you only have about 2 buttons to throw out before your opponent attempts to push block you or try something, right? So one thing I'd recommend to practice, try standing medium, the first hit of standing heavy, run cancel. Then try it the other way. Maybe just throw some plain old standing heavies in there. You know, things like that. And then the next thing you'll want to do is mix it up. Try doing 1 button press, try doing 2 button presses. Backwards. A couple of jump-ins. Going into throw. I think this is a very big part of Ninja Adam's game plan. But also just mastery over his mobility in general. You don't always have to go for the run cancels. Mixing up your mobility in combination with your shuriken and whatnot is very good for Ninja Adam as well and can really throw off your opponent. Combining that with assists for your teleport punches and your more unsafe options. And if you can master all of those things, then I really think that you'll be doing pretty good with Ninja Adam here. And guys, I think that'll do it for now for at least part 1 of this tutorial video featuring Ninja Adam. Let me know what you guys think. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and if you could do me a favor, check out my social media links, which will be in the description below. I'd really appreciate it. This is Parker Lad, and I will see you guys next time.